Greetings ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to another Chase the Ace video, a little series in which I derp around and try and get ace tankers in machines that I'm not grinding anymore. I probably rebought for the purpose, and I'm probably going to get rid of as soon as I am done with them. We are kicking off today with the Chaffee, M24 Chaffee Tier 5 American Light Tank. This is a machine that I used to absolutely adore, and then Wargaming changed it, and then I didn't like it, and then Wargaming changed it again. And now I like it more than I used to, but not as much as I once did, not enough to keep. Hopefully that all made sense. So we're here in a Tier 6 match on Airfield. I'll get there eventually. Airfield. Just doing a little spot of scouting and seeing what we can see, patrolling the kind of hilly region over here with all these ruins on and whatnot. And the enemy team are going to do some stupid things this match, which is going to allow me to pick up my ace tanker, which will be nice. So firstly, we have this Leopard who is going pell-mell for... I don't really know what he thinks he's going to achieve here, but he's trying to achieve it, and what he actually receives is death at the hands of the Chaffinator. That is kill number 1. Now, there was also another little light tank over here. I looked, and if you look at the mini-map, there's a Stuart also at this side of the map. And we've just spotted an MT25. This matchmaking was a little bit weird. There's quite a lot of light tanks. Oh, yay, assistance damage. And we'll use our gun depression. Pew! And can we do that again? Would be nice. And pew! And the guy's on fire, always entertaining. And he burns to death. There we go. Kill number 2. This is hard, isn't it? M5 Stuart up here, being a little bit aggressive. He has an autoloader, but I hit harder than he does. But Hetzer is now looking the right way. God damn it, Hetzer was looking the wrong way, but despite all this, I have not yet noticed the T-37 that's just driven right the way through the map. But to be fair, I'm a little bit preoccupied with the Hetzer. And the ELC who comes up behind me and nudges me up the bum-bum, so I get out of the way, put a shot into this Stuart. Bounce his little gun, that's how bad the Stuart's gun is. One more shot, there we go, he manages to penetrate one on me. But I do more damage to him. T-67 now is the next one to run the gauntlet, and we put a shot into him. Can we put in another one? There we go. One more shot should finish this guy off now, and he becomes kill number 4. KV-1 down here has also tried to run this gauntlet. I really don't know what these guys thought they were going to achieve. Switching to APCR because, I'll be honest, the 90-odd penetration you get with this gun against the KV-1 can be decidedly dubious. KV-1 is looking in my general direction, though. And so I'm like, you know what, I don't really want that. Nah, I'm good. I've only got 53 health left, so let's go somewhere else. Hetzer T-28 have been spotted off away in the background. Probably the other Hetzers there too, but I could be wrong. Can we do something about this KV-1 now? Oh, Stuart is putting shots in. Pew, 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 pew. Can we finish this guy off? That would be hilarious. No! We waste an APCR round there, putting a dent into the dirt. What a shame. And switch back to armor piercing, and T-28 and Hetzer are still left. Hopefully we're not going to die here, but you never know what's going to happen. Especially when half the enemy team decide to just, I don't know, YOLO forwards and throw their tanks away. Hey, I ain't complaining. Onwards we go with the rest of our team. There's the T-28, there's the pair of Hetzers. Who can we put shots into? Clearly not that Hetzer, because he'd be dead. First he died, now he did. The other Hetzer looks like he's going to follow suit soon enough. T-28, oh, we don't get to shoot him either. But he does claim the A-20 as he burns to death. Can we do something about this Hetzer? Come on. No, we can't, and that is the match. So let's go and have a look and see how well we did in this one. So that game didn't feel particularly special, but I mean it was only tier 5 and it ended up being enough for the ace tanker, hurrah, along with fighter, arsonist, fire for effect and the high caliber medal. Didn't really see that one coming. 1,369 damage, 4 kills, 1,016 base experience, 13 shots fired, 12 hits, 12 pens for that. Damage count, 3 hits received, 2 penetrated, 1 did not. 40 damage blocked by our armour, that was one of the shots from the Stuart. 5 enemy vehicles spotted, 6 damaged, 4 destroyed, 819 assistance damage, and just shy of a 22,000 credit profit for a 4-minute match. Tier 5 is very profitable, and for this result I would like to thank the tanks on the enemy team for just holding down W until they were dead. It is much appreciated. Here we are then, continuing with our ace hunting antics, and we are moving from the rather silly game that we had in the Chaffee into a slightly more serious affair in the T-43. This is one of the Chinese? Oh good lord. Soviet Tier 7 medium tanks. Those of you who have, yeah, I'm getting my communism mixed up. Those of you who have paid any attention to this channel and maybe have been watching for a short while will probably be aware that I deeply dislike this tank. I only still have it for the purposes of getting the ace tanker in it. I unlocked the T-44 a long time ago. No, this tank and I do not see eye to eye. Too many eyes. Anyway, to make matters worse, we're in a Tier 9 match. Tier 7 medium tanks, as a general rule of thumb, don't particularly like being bottom tier. I mean, no one likes being bottom tier, but Tier 7 medium tanks, because often they tend to have very similar gun to their Tier 6 counterparts, and the guns tend to be a little bit weedy, especially on the penetration side. There are some exceptions. Panther, I'm looking at you. Although your alpha damage is puny, nonetheless I do quite like you. But all the same, here we are in a Tier 9 match, and we're just going to try and see what we can do. Here on the Siegfried line, and you might be wondering why I bothered to do that. I'm taking the car out of the way just so I have easier shots down that road if the opportunity presents itself. You may also have noticed that despite the fact that I don't like this tank and I have not yet aced it, otherwise I would have sold it, I do have 2 marks of excellence on it, because of course I do. So, first things up, stock KV3 looking the wrong way. Pew! 171 into the side of his turret. This 85mm gun is decidedly derpy, but if this guy's just going to continually look the wrong way, well, we're going to take hideous advantage, because it would be rude not to. And he decides, you know what, I think I'd rather go somewhere else. Can't really say I particularly blame him. Haven't spotted anyone else over there, which is, well, I guess it means we're not getting shot, but it is a little bit of a shame because, you know, assistance damage is a nice way of racking up your ace tanker. Nonetheless, I mean, I went into this game with pretty low expectations. I wasn't expecting to do a great deal of much. I was expecting to get set on fire or ammo racked, or possibly both. The T-43 does both pretty darn well. Nonetheless, we have not yet even been shot at, so yeah, does that. Just playing it a little cautiously, because very conscious of the fact that bad things can happen otherwise. Knocking over a couple of trees, because it gives me a little bit of soft cover to use. Although I do get spotted out anyway, and our RU-251 is being a little bit ballsy here. Ballsier than I would be. We'll see how that pans out for him. Jagdpanther, no shots. Panther and KV3, however, I decide not to wait around long enough to find out if they have shots on me, because there's a good chance I'll find out with my face. Put a shot into the Panther, fails to penetrate. He puts a shot into me, which goes right through the hull. I mean, he's got basically 200mm of penetration, so why wouldn't it? And just trying to use the 8 degrees of gun depression you get with this tank, which is one nicer feature about it, as much as we can. So at Tier 7 you have this, you have the A44, and you have the KV-13, all Soviets. This is by far and away my least favourite of the 3. The KV-13 is quite similar and I much preferred, though it does get worse gun depression, it is true. And the A44 is, well, I preferred it. It's a bit of a special tank, let's put it that way. Hello, Mr. KV-3, side of your turret again. I've got a full review of it, but it is a little bit of a special tank. Can we get the tracking shot? No, we can't, but we did manage to sneak another damaging shot in, so I'm not going to complain too much. We managed to chunk away a good amount of that KV-3's health at this point. I mean, he's not the highest priority target in the world. He is a stock bottom tier tank. But damage is damage at the end of the day, so let's not complain. Side of the turret on the Panther. Ooh, nice high damage roll at 225. Average damage on this gun is 180. And that shot just tracks him to make up for it, I guess. He tries to shoot me, but does not succeed. And don't want him looking this way. And he's doing some driving and going somewhere else. Okay. So let's see if we can pew-pew him in the side, and I have no idea where that shot went. Oh, RU-251 wants a piece of me. Oh dear, okay. We've got a Jagdpanther in the background to help out, and yay, gun is derpy. But you do get pretty decent HE rounds with this gun. 44 penetration and 300 alpha damage on an 85mm gun. That's pretty decent. And the RU-251's armour is pretty appalling. Having said that, I did just hit the guy in the track, so that wasn't going to penetrate. I did track him though. He did use his repair kit to not get absolutely nuked. Can't really blame him for that. We do have a Jagdpanther in the background to try and give him problems. Have a shot over there, but nah, can't hit their Jagdpanther, which is a bit of a shame. Scoreline is 7-5 at the moment, so we're not completely screwing this up. Challenger. Pew! There we go. He misses me, and we are rewarded with a kill on the fellow. Yay! We have a kill again. It's another bottom tier tank, but let's not argue too much. RU-251, the last top tier tank left on the enemy team. We put one into him. Roll low for damage, but that's fine. Can we squeeze in another one? It's going to be awkward. We probably want to kill that Panther if we can, to be honest. And aiming at the side of him. There we go. 177, and someone else picks up the kill. RU does take my tracks out there, which is a little bit unfortunate. I want to break contact with him. Don't want him to keep shooting me because, well, he'll murder me. You don't want to be taking on tanks 2 tiers higher than you unless you have a decided advantage over them, and I didn't have a decided advantage over him. I do in hit points now, though. So there is that. So we've just got this RU-251, a trio of tank destroyers and an artillery, and despite the fact that we were winning, our team does seem to be trying to throw this away, although that was a nice ambush from the 30 to seal the fate of that German light tank. Coming around to see if we can deal with the T-28 heavy tank concept. Another tier 7 tank, but still worth it. He's looking this way though, so nuts to that. There's a T-28 prototype around somewhere, of course, and the Stuart Emil, and of course the artillery. I'm happy for the IS-3 to go in first. He has some armour, he has some health, he has all of those nice shiny things. There goes the Stuart Emil. Hello, Mr. S51. One shot into you, nice high damage roll, and one more. There we go, there's the kill on him. There's our second kill. Take a shot at the T-28 HTC as we close the gap. He's going to struggle to penetrate the IS-3 without premium ammunition. Ooh, hopefully that was a tracking shot. We're struggling to penetrate him as well. Might take a hit from the guy. Oh, very lucky bounce there, no complaints from me. Managed to track the other track, and oh god, there's a T-28 prototype. Take out the HTC, get hit by artillery, and suddenly I'm like, okay, this is bad. Put one shot into the T-28 prot, hoping the guy doesn't murderize me. Oh, is he using the small gun? Oh, I just completely flubbed that. He might be using the small gun there. Otherwise, I mean, 300, well, 297, he must be using a smaller gun, because otherwise 297 is not a damage roll he can get. And we managed to finish him off, and that was the match. Hurrah! And there we go. So, let's go and have a look at the results for this one. So that match, while it felt decent to me, I mean we were bottom tier, it didn't feel absolutely spectacular, although apparently it was enough for an ace tanker, so I'm not complaining. Along with Fire for Effect Fighter and Bruiser Ribbons, no fancy medals or anything though. 2,186 damage, 4 kills, 1,212 base experience. And I guess we put a little bit of damage into the RU-251, who was tier 9, the prototype, tier 8, KV3, Panther, Challenger, Panther, T-28, HTC, and S51 are all tier 7. But of course, if you're bottom tier, you're not shooting any tanks that are a lower tier than you. So I guess it doesn't take as much to rack up that experience. 26 shots fired, 21 hits, 14 pens for that damage count, all of which was from close range. 6 hits received, 4 penetrated, 2 did not. You can't expect that to happen every time in a tier 9 match in this thing. 560 damage blocked by our armour, 8 tanks damaged, 4 destroyed, 700 assistance damage, and 2.4 kilometers travelled. And in 7.5 minutes, we managed 16,500 credit profit with a standard account. So nothing too spectacular, but a halfway decent match, and enough for me to pick up my ace tanker in the T-43, meaning I no longer have to faff around playing that damn thing anymore. Hurrah! Frabjous Day, Kalu Kalay, everyone is happy, me in particular. Last match of this replay then, and we are having a look at the infamous Tiger 1. Another tank that anyone who's been watching this channel for any period of time will be aware that I don't really like. I don't hate it, but I definitely don't like it. Again, it's another tank that I have yet to ace, and don't like, despite having 2 marks of excellence on it. Go figure. Anyway, so, in a slight switcheroo here, we're back on the Siegfried line. It's an assault game again, we're on the defending team this time. Tier 8 match, so we're not bottom tier, we're mid tier, which is fine. And we're going to try and pew-pew all the things that we can pew-pew. The Tiger does have a pretty good gun. That is essentially the one good thing about it. The gun, although not every stat about the gun is good, but the gun overall is pretty good. The armor on it is meh. The mobility is meh. You know, everything that's not the gun is meh. I do have a review of this tank, same with the T-43 and the M24 Chaffee, all on my channel if you want to take a look. The review of the Tiger is a little old now, but things haven't massively changed since I did it, so you can probably still go and have a look at it. So, I run binocular telescopes on my Tiger just to try and pimp out that view range a little bit more. Ooh, hello Mr. Oni. And pew! Excellent. Can we squeeze in another shot? Come on, there we go. 290. Ooh, nice damage roll. Can't squeeze in a third, unfortunately. That is a bit of a shame. But there's over 500 damage picked up early on for very little cost on our part. There do appear to be quite a lot of bad guys over on this side of the map. So I guess let's try and take advantage and shoot them while they're here, I suppose. Oh, our team is 0-2 down. What a fantastic start. Where's the Leo? Oh, he's away in the background. Nope, he's not there. 0-3. There goes our VK. Our tier 6s are dropping like flies. Thankfully, they're only the tier 6s. But, you know, obviously, still don't want to lose a tank if you don't have to. But better it be the tier 6s than the tier 8s, for instance. So, just trying to use this position. Yay, reverse speed. KV85 here. He does spot me, but I shoot him, so it's all good as far as I'm concerned. Can I squeeze another shot into the guy? Nah, I had a go, but couldn't quite make it work. So a slightly slow start to this match. You know, we have put in some damage, but nothing too spectacular. And just trying to get something out of it, trying to make this position work for as long as I can. 0-4, by the way, is the scoreline. 0-5. 1-5, yay! Our team picks up a kill on an enemy Borsig. Frabjous day, Kalugale. I am spotted, which is not optimal, but screw it, that position has clearly run out of usefulness, so let's go somewhere else. Churning forwards towards some of the bad guys. We've got an OI over here, M4A1, a Revelorise, Cromwell Berlin, Type 62, ISU 152 away in the background. Black Prince, what's he doing all the way over there? KV85, he's the guy we were shooting at earlier on, and we're still not going to be able to finish him off. Only the list goes onwards. 2-5, by the way, as our team picks up a kill on an enemy KV85. So, can we finish off this OI? That would be nice. Don't want to expose too much of my tank, because that would suck, but there we go. OI has pretty good frontal armor. Generally speaking, if you're packing like 200mm of penetration, you should be able to deal with him. Of course, there's always times when that won't be the case. Shot into the Tiger, there's another one. Trying to only expose my turret front as much as I can here. As the turret front on the Tiger, whilst it's not a T-29, it's still pretty decent. Track the enemy Tiger in place by the sounds of it, and oh hello Mr. ISU 152, trying to pick out a shot on the guy, but it's not really working, and I don't just want to hang around there for no good reason. Black Prince, front of your hull is 152mm thick, mate, and my 203 average millimeters of penetration is more than 152, sorry, so I mean, this is just going to end badly for you. I do take a shot in the side from a KV-85. It's not the end of the world. It's a minor annoyance. Commander's Cupola. Nope. And there's a VK who's gotten around us, and he takes out my commander. And then we get shot by the Ravioli, and oh dear, there's another one from the VK, and there goes 2/3 of my health. And that's the thing with the Tiger. You don't really have any usable armor well, turret front a little bit, but your armour is decidedly dubious. So as soon as you get caught out, you do tend to lose quite a lot of health rather quickly. You have 1500 hit points, but you really do need them. So the scoreline is 6-10, still not fantastic, but it's workable, you know. It's not the end of the world. We might be able to pick up some more damage and maybe the odd cheeky kill here, which would even things up a little bit. There's the enemy Leo, there's one into him. 269 is quite a nice damage roll, 240 average for this gun, of course. There's another one, and oh god, that VK, jeez Louise, he's annoying me. He eventually decides to scoot off. ISU 152 picks off the KV-85, that leaves the scoreline 7-10. And can we do something about this Leo? There we go. Leaves him a one-shot. IKV 65-2 in the background. Remember that VK? My god, that guy needs to die. Take a blind shot, but no joy. He has just been nickel and diming me to death for blinking ages. Right. We bounce the ISU 152. Well, technically it's not a bounce, it's a critical hit. And we take a shot from the Black Prince. The scoreline is 9-10, by the way. We can't really take another hit from, well, anyone. The VK might not kill us, and ditto for the Leo, depending on what gun he's using. But everyone else probably will, and oh god, that's an ISU 152. Bad, 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 bad. Whew. Scoreline, by the way, has been evened up, so not too bad. Moving to see if we can do something about this ISU 152. I don't really want to be caught out by any of these guys because of my pitifully low hit points. I've taken a bit of a pasting here. I could be dead, you know, if the ISU hadn't just shot into my tracks or something, I would be a corpse. I'm glad I'm not, but hello Mr. ISU, how are you today? Pew! And oh, the friendly ISU puts one in as well to finish him off. And that keeps me alive. Thank you, Mr. Tank Destroyer. Much obliged. And that leaves our team in the lead for, I believe, the first time this game. There's only 2 minutes 30 left on the match. We are defending, of course, which does decidedly sway things in our favour. The enemy team have to come at us and kill us. Or cap, of course. But they're running out of time for that. So just the 3 enemy tanks left to do something about. And I appear to be faffing around a little bit here. I'm very cautious here. I don't want to get spotted. I don't want to get killed because that would suck. And I only have 134 health remaining. And I'm also aware that I don't need to kill all these guys to win. And winning is always my top priority. So I can just be a little bit more cautious, a little bit more passive. Having said that, it was 1 minute 40 now. There we go. That's the point at which a single person can cap this base. We are past the 1 minute 40 point, which means they need at least 2 people to cap the base. The Tiger 1 gets blatted by our Ferdinand, and that leaves the Leo, who we left as a one-shot, and the T-34-85 to deal with. T-34-85, nah, he misses me, I miss him. At Leo, nope. ISU 152 is just going for it. Miss the Leo. ISU manages to nuke the Leo, and the Ferdinand takes out the T-34-85. Bit of a limp finish there, but that's the way these things go sometimes. Let's go and take a look at the post-game stats for this, for the last time this replay. Or this video, I should say. There we go then. This result was a bit less of a surprise because while playing the game I had felt that I'd done quite a lot of damage, so that was fine. Ace Tanker, Fire for Effect, Hand of God, which is not an award you pick up too often in the Tiger, High Caliber, and a Confederate Medal, which is a fairly nice collection of awards. 3,798 damage, 1 kill, 1,209 base experience, only just sneaking into Ace Tanker territory, but an ace is an ace. So it meant I could sell this thing and move on to bigger and better things. Shout out to the enemy VK3001D, over 3,000 damage, and he was not spamming the 2 key with gold everywhere when bottom tier. Well played to him, just a shame he wasn't on our team. 20 shots fired, 16 hits, 16 penetrations for that damage count, most of which was from pretty close range. 10 hits received, 8 penetrated, 2 did not. 135 damage blocked by our armour. Oh yeah. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 destroyed, 194 assistance damage, 1.89 kilometers travelled, and in a 9-minute match, about a 27,500 credit profit with a standard account, which wasn't too bad. So there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed that slew of my efforts trying to pick up ace tankers in some more, well, tanks. If you did, by all means feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel, and either way, I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao ciao.